Hi everybody, this is Professor Megan Tucker and I wanted to welcome you to CST 110 Introduction to Communication. I just wanted to make this very brief video to kind of say hello and introduce you to me and to the class kind of as a whole. I'm a faculty member here at Northern Virginia Community College as well as at George Mason University. I'm currently reaching the end of my coursework for my PhD in higher education, so soon I'll be Dr. Tucker. I've been teaching communication courses for about 7 years now, both online and in class, as well as hybrid classes. So you may know fellow students that have taken a class with me in class, or those who have taken online courses such as this one. For this class, Intro to Communication, I wanted to show you the book that we're using. It's called Communication Making Connections, and this is by Seller and Beal. We are using the 8th edition. Please be sure that you pick up the 8th edition of this book. The 7th edition is cheaper on Amazon, I know, but they made a lot of changes, including where certain chapters were and what they were covering, and I don't want anyone to be confused by covering the wrong information. So you can get this from the Nova bookstore, or you can order it online from Amazon. I just ask that if you're going to order it, please make it expedited shipping so that you do get it in time to get the coursework done. That said, I don't expect you to read this like a novel. I don't ever want my students to read a textbook that way. You should always hit on the key points in any chapter that we're covering, be familiar with any definitions, and skim over examples, but don't read it word for word. It might be too heavy from time to time, but just skim over it, hit on the highlights, and if there's anything that relates to you and to your life, highlight it, mark it down. It's going to be valid information for you. So skip around. You're welcome to do that. For the papers that we have in this class, I do require APA, the American Psychological Association style. This is just because communication is a social science, so we use APA in our research, and I want to get you familiar with that in case this is an area that you're going into, or if you're in any other social science field. Humanities tend to use MLA, but the social sciences and even the sciences tend to use APA, so if that's something you're going into, you will have to be familiar with it. There's a website called the OWL, O-W-L, at Purdue, so Purdue University, that has style guides for MLA, APA, and Chicago style, so for any of your classes, that's a good resource to have, and I have linked it on our website. Otherwise, you can pick up the APA manual. We are using the 6th edition now. Each edition is very, very different, so be sure that you're updated. I am not requiring that anybody buys this book. I would say that the OWL website is probably comprehensive enough for your use that you'll know what you need to do. You wouldn't have to purchase this. But if you know you're going to be in a writing intensive major, this might be beneficial for you to pick up and check it out on Amazon. So I just wanted to open up with that resource for you to have. As far as the course structure, this is pretty simple, especially because it's online. I set up weekly assignments for you as well as weekly deadlines and due dates for things. And if this is your first online course, just know that you're going to be very self-directed. I will send out emails, I will be available online, I can even be available to meet on Manassas or Annandale campus if you need, but you should be fairly self-sufficient in this class, and the best way to do that if you're not super organized is to write down the due dates and keep them near you. I have to do this, so don't feel bad. I'm not telling you what to do, just from experience of teaching and also in the past taking online classes, the best way to stay organized is to just write it all down. Use Google Calendar if you need to. Most of us have smartphones at this point. You know, use the calendar app or some sort of reminder to kind of keep you on track. This class is very condensed, so you do need to be on top of when assignments are due each week. The breakdown of the assignments in class is all listed online. Everything is. You can look through the syllabus, the weekly assignments, the announcements. That's going to be something I'll update every week. You will be using the discussion boards, and you will be doing some group work in here. I know it's online, so you do have to get used to virtual groups, but this is a good way of doing it. It's a very laid-back class, so you should have no trouble communicating with the fellow students in the course. Again, if you ever have any questions or concerns or just comments for the class, you are welcome to reach me at any point. The easiest point of contact for me is probably email. I am an adjunct professor, so I do float around to different campuses. I don't have one home-based campus, so I don't have an office. My office is my Jeep, so, you know, that's okay. If you want to meet in person, I can meet you at the Manassas campus, the main campus, or Innovation Park, or I could meet you at Annandale or even George Mason if that's the most convenient for you. Just contact me and we can make an appointment. Otherwise, email me at mtucker@nvcc.edu, and a backup email would be mtucker6@gmu.edu. Either one I check every single day, so you should have no trouble contacting me. Like I said, I don't have an office, therefore I have no office phone. If you do need to reach me and email's not working, you can contact the head of the department, anyone through ELI, but you shouldn't have any trouble reaching me. Final way of contact for me, I use Facebook, much like everybody else in the world these days. I have an instructor account. It's listed under Instructor Megan Tucker. Don't just search Megan Tucker, you're going to get a million different names. Look for Instructor Megan Tucker. It should be the first one that pops up, or the only one that pops up. You're welcome to add that page. I post announcements to all of my classes, so George Mason, NVCC, ELI, doesn't matter, as well as kind of upcoming events in the area, things that you should be aware of, tips and tricks to kind of help you through school. Just, you know, kind of keep you on your toes. I figure if you're already online, I might as well meet you there. So you can add that. You can always comment on my wall or send me a message, or if I'm on chat, please, by all means, chat with me, ask me a question. I am trying to be as accessible as possible for you guys, even though I may never meet you face to face. So I want to welcome you to the class. As far as what we're covering, we're mixing public speaking aspects, which is a little bit harder online, but you will get the same information here online that you would get in class. It's just presented a different way. And the other part of the class is interpersonal communication. So how we build our relationships, our families, how we interact in our friendships, how we deal with conflict, our own identities, perceptions of the world, different cultures. It's a lot of stuff, and it's a lot of fun. I love this stuff. And even though this is a general class, and I would say a majority of you are not CST students, this is applicable to each and every single one of you, not only in your personal lives, but very much so, but also in your careers. So this can help you either get a job, be confident enough to go through the interview process, or even understand how to communicate and interact with many different types of individuals, which makes you an asset, because in the workforce, the number one thing that employers are asking for is good communication skills. So here I am to help you with that. Again, welcome to the class. Please enjoy the semester and contact me if you need anything at all. Take care.